day, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the program Kaduna Electric Watch. I am Faisal Babadia. In today's episode of the program, we shall bring you a special interview with the head customer counseling group, Engineer Umar Adamu Gumel, where he discussed the modalities and conditions of offsetting customers' outstanding bills and some issues affecting the electricity industry at large. But before the interview, Jamila Bala has the news update. Over to you, Jamila.
Here is the news, but first the major headlines. New Commandant visit Kaduna Electric, seeks more power supply. Court jails 2 for diverting Kaduna Electric funds. And now the news in details. The new Commandant of Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, Air Vice Marshal Olurotimi Anthony Towase, and his team paid a courtesy visit to Kaduna Electric at the company's head office recently. The visit, according to the commandant, is to foster great working relationship between the two parties. He appealed to the management of Kaduna Electric to give their college more priority in terms of hours of supply allocated to the college. On their part, he said, "My predecessor has negotiated with Kaduna Electric on modalities so as to pay our outstanding bills gradually, and I made it a priority that our billing should be one of the first bill to be paid, and we have done that," he added. Speaking on behalf of the management, the Chief Customer Relation Officer of the company, Engineer Aliyu Abbas Abdullahi, said, "The default in payment of electricity bills and the debt owned by the MDAs is the major reason why the performance level of the DISCO is at the lower side." He assured the commandant improvement of power supply to the college and called on him to ensure a prompt payment of their monthly billing. Meanwhile, Ibrahim Yakubu and Umar Salu, staff of Kaduna Electric Service Provider, QXK Engineering Services, conspired among themselves and received the payment of 5,000 naira belonging to Kaduna Electricity Distribution Company and diverted same for their personal use. An Argungu Magistrate Court ruled that by this action, the suspects committed the offenses of criminal conspiracy, breach of trust, and cheating, contrary to Section 60, 298, and 308 of Penal Code Law of Kebbi State, 2021. The first and second accused were arraigned before the Chief Magistrate Court, Argungu, where they pleaded guilty to the offenses. The two were sentenced to 3 months imprisonment or option of 10,000 naira fine for the offense of criminal conspiracy. For the offense of breach of trust, they were sentenced to 5 years imprisonment or option of 50,000 naira fine. Similarly, for cheating, the accused were sentenced to 4 years in prison or option of 40,000 naira fine, respectively. Thank you.
Actually, this unit is a new unit in the company. I think not more than 3 years old. It is purposely created for the purpose of reducing the debt profile of the company. Customers, particularly the non-MD customers, both commercial, residential, and what have you, those with huge outstanding debts from 100,000 and above, we do engage them into discussion for the offset of those debts, and many have responded, and the company, in its own big heart mannerism, have created sort of how do I call it, concession of giving certain percentages of waivers, and above all to certain group of customers who have much higher debts if they can pay at once, there is another benefit coming across, attached with it. Any customer having an outstanding debt of 150,000 naira and above will automatically get a waiver of 25% of it. 25% of it, that means he's going to pay us something around 130,000 naira, if I'm not mistaken. 120,000 thereabout, and then he's going to get a waiver of 25%, and at the same time, the company, depending on the time of the transaction, may likely give him a free meter installation. That meter in the MAF scenario cost 117,000. So it's another additional benefit for the customers, just in order to come closer to our customers and make them happy doing business with us. The total power generated in the country is being quantified by meters, and each distribution company is being registered, is being recorded amount of power being sold to it. Okay. So also the company, when it's read the quantum of the power or the electricity received from the transmission, it meters each and every of its feeders, post 33 and 11. To certain extent, even some public substations were metered as well, to quantify the amount of power the customers under that particular substation they are taking. So you could realize that a bill is being supplied from the market operator to the distribution company for the quantum of energy being consumed by the customers under the franchise of that distribution company. Kaduna Electric is an example. And that bill has to be translated down to each and every single customer. Those with the meters, good and fine. What they consume, the meters will register. And our system is being designed to take care of that. So at the end of the day, the remaining electricity balance that the meters could not read has to be accounted for. And naturally, it goes to the unmetered customers. So anybody cheating from the customer side, the metered customer side, pending the time he is going to be cut off by the system, that loss will definitely be transferred to the estimated customers. So the more sanitized the metering system is, the better for the estimation. And the more sanitized the metering system, the better chance for those unmetered to get to be metered within short period of time.
With this interview segment, we have come to the end of today's edition of the program Kaduna Electric Watch. Thank you for viewing.